It's the acquired passion of something that started a long time ago.
I'm a baseball geek.
For Terry Walters, his love started with a dream while following his favorite team through a lot of pain and misery.
I just wanted them to get out of last place most of the time.
His story begins with a letter he penned in high school to his hometown team, describing his dream that would put his Phillies in the World Series.
I wish I could explain why I or any fan gets so wrapped up and involved in a baseball team.
He wanted tickets. What he got back was a vague promise and some kind words, written to him on one of the darkest dates in our country's history 50 years ago.
1963, the day of JFK's assassination.
Maybe that was the omen. As World Series hopes crashed and burned in '64, Walters collected his thoughts, his bearings, and then started collecting everything he could that related to that one season of doom.
It was just devastating when it didn't happen because you couldn't believe that they just would lose game after game after game. This is where it started for me. I wanted a signature of every player on the 1964 team.
He collected pennants and programs, moved through cards and photographs, and then finally reached its present-day height with the signatures of those cardboard heroes, tattooing the tool of the trade.
He held the ball in his hand and he signed it. So I mean, that's as close as I'm going to get to that person. He held it in his hand, and now I can hold it in my hand. So I think that's, to me, that's the attraction. This is Carl Sawatsky. I have Dutch Leonard, John Monk Sherlock, Don Hazenmayer, not too well known.
Through the healing process, he has also become one of the premier collectors of Phillies memorabilia.
That's Bob Uecker.
He owns more than 1,100 balls.
Harvey Keene, a guy you might have heard of, Robin Roberts.
Boxed now in his basement, are on their way to becoming the signature fixture of his Harrisburg area home.
Earl Averill Jr., who sent me this ball and sent me a pretty funny story about his experience with the Phillies when he made an error. The next inning, he came up the bat, hit a home run, and they still booed him all the way around the bases.
Some of the names of his gathered scribbles you might recognize.
Dick Allen, Johnny Callison, Rick Wise, who was a rookie that year.
Others you won't.
Don Cardwell, Joe Coppy. This looks like Ray Ripplemeyer. Let me look. No, it's Rip Rapolsky. Love that name.
It is with those obscure names that Walters has spent most of his time.
This is Operation Message in a Bottle.
They have become part of his life's chase.
Ben Tin Cup. I didn't want to stop, so I just decided I'm going to go back to 1950 and get every player up until 1999.
It's a quest that has been costly and sometimes has him running out of supplies.
Paul Spoljaric didn't send it back, didn't get the Del Bates ball back. Dave Leiper, no ball from Dave. Doug Lindsay, Kyle Abbott, Bob Arolt, no balls there. Randy O'Neill. Randy, you still have my ball and you know it.
Walter spins tales as an author and found another way to exercise his baseball demons by writing a fictional account of that 1964 season, changing the ending, giving his Phillies the right stuff to beat the Yankees in the World Series.
I'm looking for help on some balls. Kerry Dineen.
Walters knows that to complete his baseball collection, he's not only going to need the right stuff, but also a lot of luck.
I get a lot of balls back in the mail. Witness, Kerry Dineen, undeliverable.
Something that his favorite team had little of during that September of 1964.
If you've got two Freddie Tollivers, please contact me.